Hey everybody, it's Jay. How's it going with being compassionate with yourself? What's your scale? If you're on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 means I'm brutal to myself, I'm abusive basically to myself, and 10 means I can tell myself I love myself, like I'm in the vibe of loving myself and easily it's not a thing. Right? Where are you on that scale? Cultivating self compassion as a practice, like a daily practice, an ongoing practice, is one of the most powerful experiences. Well, it's the thing. I'm just 100% clear that it's the thing. Self compassion as a spiritual practice. In my book, everything I've ever talked about in my step one of my book is committing to constant forgiveness with ourselves. And I say constant forgiveness because I literally screw up moment by moment. Like I will step my foot in it. I have a big mouth. I'll pop off at the mouth. I'll say something unbecoming. I will, you know, eat too much sugar. The things, right? So I've got to constantly forgive myself. And what's missing inside of that is taking it to the next level of saying, I've got to have compassion for myself and for my own humanness and my own assholishness, as it were. I have to really dial in compassion. And what I know is that I don't have compassion for me, and then I don't have compassion for you. Like, I wish you would just get your shit together and listen to my script and do what I tell you to do, and then you would be fine. Right. So, when I can't have compassion for me, I'm also have less compassion for you. And so, compassion, cultivating compassion, cultivating the practice, like making a practice of self compassion, is doesn't just serve you and for like it's just for you, it's for all of us. When I have compassion for me, then that's when it's so easy to see the light in you. There's some correlation there that I cannot explain or understand, nor do I need to, but there is a correlation with how much compassion I can generate for myself spills out into my ability to be empathetic and be compassionate with you and for you. So, boy, do we need a dose of that right now in America for sure. So, this is what my May 4th seminar is going to focus on a lot, is learning to cultivate a practice of self compassion and mindfulness for yourself, which then will spill out all over the place and make a difference all over the world. And have you, when I'm able to generate self compassion, then all of a sudden I'm a lot lighter, right? And my leading is different, and I'm present, and I'm showing up. It leads to all of those things, but it starts with this ability to be compassionate with ourselves. And believe me, folks, you know, I don't know how many of you know my story, but I'm also, I'm a trauma survivor. I'm an adult child of an alcoholic. I can go dark, people. And those people that I know who you are, those of you who have been addicts, those of you who, like, just have had stuff happen, you can go dark. And I mean, like, you know, really beat up ourselves and really get to a place where it's like, it's hard to even want to be near anybody who's positive or light, right? I can get there. And so an ounce of self compassion for that, like, lets that light kind of crack open. When I'm in that dark place, I want to deny any light. I'm like, there is, and my whole go to is like to just hate on myself and I want to be perfect and all that stuff. And it's denying that light. And the minute I can like crack open that light and let some of that in, it all starts to dissipate, the more I can actually have compassion for myself and for how I'm feeling and what I'm feeling and what's going on. It starts with a little bit of gentleness. It starts with a willingness to just give myself some grace, just grant being to somebody else. And once I can start that, then I can start to see things in a different perspective. When I'm looking through a self compassion lens, everything looks different. And it gives me power, it gives me presence, it allows me to let that light in and then to lead and be that for other people. And everything that I teach and train around these days has to start with that focus of self compassion, because what we focus on gets bigger, right? That focus on grace, that focus on giving myself grace, granting being for other people, giving them grace, being able to see people as the light that they are rather than the stories I make up about them. So, if any of that interests you, if you're intrigued by that, if self compassion is an area of your life where you'd like to flex your muscle, consider coming to my May 4th seminar. All the information's below. You know the drill. Thanks for talking or listening. I guess I was doing the talking. Have a powerful day.